home. You are violating us.
Prove it, or step back.
It's because we are black.
Marcus Thompson steered his luxury sedan into the driveway of his spacious home on Elmwood Avenue, a picturesque suburb in the heart of Dallas, Texas. The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across the well-manicured lawns, and after a 2-week vacation in Canada, he and his family were ready for the comfort of their own beds. His wife, Elaine, sat next to him, flipping through photos on her phone, while their 16-year-old daughter, Olivia, sat in the back, her new Toronto Maple Leafs cap tilted on her head. But as they pulled up, Marcus's heart sank. 3 police cruisers were parked on his grass, lights flashing silently. Officers were hauling furniture and boxes out of the house, stacking them on the sidewalk like trash. "What the hell is this?" Marcus whispered, his voice tight. Elaine's hand flew to her mouth. "Marcus, that's our living room couch. Are we being robbed in broad daylight?" Olivia leaned forward. "Dad, what's going on?" "Those are my books." Marcus exited the car, approaching the lead officer with deliberate calm. He was a 52-year-old man, tall and dignified, with graying hair and a presence that commanded respect in boardrooms and city halls. The officer, a young man in his 30s with a buzz cut and a badge reading, Officer Ryan Caldwell, looked up from his clipboard without a trace of concern. "Sir, this is an active eviction. You need to move along," Caldwell said, his tone dismissive. Marcus held up his keys. "Officer, this is my house. My name is Marcus Thompson. My family and I live here. We've been away on vacation. This has to be a mistake." Caldwell's eyes narrowed, scanning Marcus, Elaine, and Olivia. The suspicion was immediate and unspoken. A black family in a high-end neighborhood like Elmwood, something didn't add up in his mind. "Your house? We got a call about suspicious individuals removing items from this property. Show me proof." Elaine joined Marcus, her voice steady but edged with anger. "Our mail is at the post office." "But look inside the family pictures on the wall, Olivia's track trophies in the hallway." Caldwell glanced toward the window lazily. "Anyone can place stuff there. The caller is a longtime resident who knows what belongs." Marcus's stomach twisted. On Elmwood Avenue, only one neighbor had been there for over 35 years, Mrs. Beatrice Fowler, who had never hidden her discomfort with their presence. She'd called the cops before on loud music from Olivia's Sweet 16 party. "Beatrice Fowler called this in, didn't she?" Marcus said, not as a question. Caldwell paused, then ignored it. "Step back, sir. We're investigating." As officers carried out their antique Vicia wedding gift, Olivia's eyes filled with tears. "Mom, that's Grandma's vase." Elaine hugged her. "They think we don't belong, baby." Marcus kept his cool, years of experience in politics teaching him that anger could escalate things dangerously. "Officer Caldwell, look at the evidence. Our car is full of luggage. Olivia's cap is from Toronto, bought it 4 days ago." Caldwell's jaw set. "Sir, I have a job to do. Reports like this get taken seriously." The tension mounted. More police arrived, yellow tape going up. Neighbors gathered, whispering and filming. Olivia pointed upstairs. "That's my room. I know the loose tile in the bathroom, the mark on the wall from my growth chart." Caldwell waved it off. "Details can be learned. I need documents." Elaine's voice rose. "You're violating our home on a racist call." "Ma'am, calm down or this escalates," Caldwell warned, hand on his radio. The air thickened with potential violence. Marcus's mind raced memories of news stories where similar situations turned deadly for black families. He chose words carefully. "Officer, let's de-escalate. We're no threat." But Caldwell called for backup. "Dispatch, possible resistance at 456 Elmwood." Elaine's grip on Olivia tightened. "Marcus, they're treating us like criminals." Olivia's voice cracked. "Why? We live here." Captain Leonard Brooks pulled up, a seasoned officer in his 50s, taking charge with a no-nonsense demeanor. "What's the situation, Caldwell?" Caldwell briefed him, framing the Thompsons as resistant and unable to prove residency, omitting the obvious evidence. Brooks turned to Marcus, his expression neutral but probing. "Sir, can you provide documentation to support your claim?" Marcus pointed to the house. "Everything is inside the deed, bills, all of it. But you've taped it off as a crime scene." Brooks nodded. "Standard procedure for suspected burglary." "We'll need to verify." The interrogation began in earnest. Brooks asked about their vacation, how they could afford it, their occupations. You say you work in municipal government. That pays for international trips, a home in Elmwood, that fancy car? Marcus felt the implication. How does a black family afford this legitimately? Captain, my finances are not the issue. The issue is a false report leading to this invasion. Brooks pressed. Anyone can claim anything. We've seen elaborate setups. Olivia interjected, her voice shaking. Captain, my homework is in there with my name on it. My diary, my clothes. What burglars bring their kid? Brooks looked at her with a patronizing smile. Young lady, criminals use all kinds of covers. The words hung heavy. Olivia, an honor student aiming for Stanford, was being labeled a potential criminal. Marcus saw the hurt in her eyes, the realization that her achievements meant nothing in this moment. Elaine snapped. This is outrageous. You're profiling us because we're black in a white neighborhood. Ma'am, this isn't about race. It's about following the law, Brooks said, but his tone lacked conviction. Marcus's phone buzzed again, calls from his office, no doubt wondering why the mayor was late for a meeting. But he held back, wanting the system to reveal its flaws completely. Neighbors murmured louder, some uncomfortable, others seeming satisfied. Beatrice Fowler's curtain twitched. As officers inventoried upstairs, Elaine gasped. They're in our bedrooms. Yes, ma'am. Full inventory, Caldwell said. Marcus's control slipped. You're going through our personal things based on a biased call. Sir, are you threatening us? Caldwell asked, hand on his belt. The question was a trap. Marcus felt the danger. One wrong word, and handcuffs could come out. I'm stating facts. This will have consequences. Brooks intervened. Let's all stay calm. But the radio crackled with urgency. An officer approached Brooks, whispering. Brooks's face changed. Officer Gomez, a young Hispanic man, came to Marcus. Sir, your name again? Marcus Thompson. Gomez's eyes bulged. The mayor of Dallas? The revelation hit like a thunderclap. Officers froze. Caldwell's clipboard slipped from his hands. Brooks approached, sweat beading. Mayor Thompson? Sir, there's been a terrible mix-up. Mix-up? Marcus echoed, his voice steel. This is systemic bias. You treated my family like criminals for hours because we don't fit your idea of who lives here. Officers began hurriedly returning items, apologizing profusely. Caldwell was ordered off the scene, suspended pending investigation. Elaine and Olivia watched, a mix of relief and rage. Dad, they went through my stuff. Olivia said, tears flowing. I know, sweetheart. They'll pay for this. The media arrived within minutes, cameras rolling. The story broke. Dallas mayor evicted from own home by police in racial profiling incident. Public outcry was immediate. Protests outside City Hall, calls for reform. Marcus met with the police chief that night. This isn't just about my family. It's about every black family treated as suspects. Investigations launched. Beatrice Fowler was arrested for filing a false report with racial motive, facing hate crime charges. The family sought therapy. Olivia struggled with trust, her diary's violation a deep wound. How do I feel safe anywhere? She asked. Elaine, a nurse, saw parallels to her patients' stories. We have power to change this. Others don't. 3 weeks later, the city council chamber was packed. Marcus stood at the podium, the room electric with anticipation. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 weeks ago, my family was humiliated in our own driveway. Officers, based on a biased call, treated us as burglars. This wasn't an anomaly, it's a system that sees black success as suspicious. The crowd murmured. Police unions had lobbied against changes, claiming it would endanger officers. Marcus outlined the reforms. 1. Community Oversight Board with subpoena power, composed of civilians and experts. 2. Mandatory bias training by civil rights groups, not internal. 3. Body cameras with footage to independent servers, no editing. 4. End to qualified immunity for rights violations. 5. Civilian investigation of bias-motivated false reports. 6. Non-police response teams for nonviolent calls. 7. Monthly community forums for dialogue. Opposition erupted. A union rep shouted, "This ties our hands. Officers will hesitate, lives lost." A community activist countered, "Lives are lost now from bias. How many more George Floyds?" The debate raged for hours, kitschy moments as personal stories were shared other families' similar experiences. Marcus closed. My daughter asked if our pain was worth it if it protects others. Yes. Vote for change. The vote was tense, but passed 7-0. Cheers and boos mixed. 6 months later, Elmwood Avenue was different. The Oversight Board had reviewed cases, leading to disciplinary actions. Body cams captured fair interactions. False reports dropped. Fowler's conviction a deterrent 6 months prison, 2 years probation. Olivia spoke at schools about reform. I was scared, but now I see change is possible. Marcus keynote nationally. Our trauma fueled transformation. Trust is earned daily. The family stood in their driveway, sun setting. No fear of police cars. Reform worked, zero profiling complaints. Trust scores up 35%. Their story ended with victory, a model for justice. What are your thoughts on the themes of injustice and violence in everyday life? Share your stance in the comments below. Let's discuss how we can all work to combat these issues and make our society fairer. Express your views. Do you think reforms like these are enough, or is more needed?